Imagine enjoying the fresh, vibrant flavors of your own homegrown herbs, any season, any time. Welcome to the ultimate guide to growing herbs indoors, fresh flavors year-round. There's something magical about indoor herb gardening. It's not just about growing plants, it's about nurturing life, creating a green oasis in your home, and infusing your meals with a dash of homegrown freshness. The joy of plucking a sprig of rosemary from your windowsill garden, the aroma of fresh basil leaves crushed between your fingers, the satisfaction of sprinkling homegrown parsley over your pasta. These are pleasures that are within your reach. Regardless of the size of your living space or your gardening skills, indoor herb gardening is an adventure that everyone can embark on. So, are you ready to dive into this green wonderland? From the smallest spaces to the most bountiful harvests, we'll show you how to turn your indoor space into a verdant herb garden. First things first, let's choose our herbs. Now, the world of herbs is as vast as it is fragrant. From the refreshing mint to the robust rosemary, these little plants pack a punch of flavor. But how do you choose which ones to grow indoors? Well, it's a blend of your taste preferences and the conditions your home can provide. Let's begin with your taste buds. Love a hint of fresh basil on your homemade pizza? Or perhaps you enjoy the tang of cilantro in your salsa? Start by identifying the herbs you frequently use in your cooking. This will not only ensure that your indoor garden is practical, but also that it'll be a delight to your senses. Now, let's consider the light conditions in your home. Most herbs love sunlight, so a sunny windowsill is ideal. However, not all herbs demand the same amount of light. Some, like parsley and chives, can manage with less, while others, like basil and thyme, crave lots of sunshine. So take a moment to observe the natural light in your home throughout the day. This will help you match your herbs to the best spots. And here's a tip for the beginners out there. Start with easy-to-grow varieties. Herbs like mint, chives, and parsley are quite forgiving and can tolerate a little neglect. They're perfect for those who are just dipping their toes into the world of indoor gardening. Remember, it's okay to experiment. Maybe your first attempt at growing rosemary doesn't go as planned. That's alright. Learning what works and what doesn't is all part of the journey. And trust me, the moment you snip off your first homegrown sprig of dill to sprinkle over your salmon, you'll know it's all been worth it. Choosing the right herbs is the first step towards a successful indoor garden. So take your time, consider your options, and let's get those green thumbs working. After all, a garden, no matter how small, is the purest form of personal expression. Now that you've chosen your herbs, it's time to set up your indoor garden. The first step is to choose the right pots. Keep in mind that most herbs prefer well-drained soil, so pots with drainage holes are a must. Size matters too. Small pots dry out faster and may not offer enough room for roots to grow. As a general rule, aim for pots with a diameter of at least 6 to 8 inches. Next, let's talk about the soil mix. Regular garden soil is too heavy for indoor pots and may contain insects or diseases. Instead, opt for a good quality potting mix, which is light and fluffy, allowing roots to breathe. For herbs, you may want to consider a mix that's specifically designed for them, as it has the right balance of nutrients they need to thrive. Now, where to place your indoor garden? Herbs need lots of light to grow well. A south-facing window that gets at least 6 hours of sunlight a day is ideal. No sunny window? No problem. Artificial grow lights can do the trick. Just ensure your herbs get around 12 to 16 hours of light under these lamps each day. For those of you facing space constraints, innovative ideas like hanging planters and windowsill gardens can be a game changer. Hanging planters allow you to utilize vertical space, and are perfect for herbs like rosemary and thyme, which love to cascade over the edges. Windowsill gardens, on the other hand, offer a practical solution for apartments with limited space, while also adding a dash of green to your decor. Remember, the key to a successful indoor garden is to mimic the natural conditions your herbs would grow in. So, keep the temperature around 65 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit, and ensure there's good air circulation to prevent fungal diseases. With the right setup, your indoor herb garden will thrive. So, go ahead, roll up your sleeves and start planting. Before you know it, you'll be snipping fresh herbs right in your kitchen, ready to enhance your meals with their vibrant flavors. And isn't that a delightful thought? Proper care is critical to the success of your indoor herb garden. Like a virtuoso tuning an instrument, your gentle, attentive touch can transform tiny seeds into a symphony of flavors. First off, watering. It's not just about dousing your plants with H2O. It's about understanding their unique needs. Herbs prefer well-drained soil, so it's important to water thoroughly but not too frequently. A good rule of thumb is to wait until the top inch of soil is dry before watering again. Remember, it's much easier to revive a thirsty herb than a waterlogged one. Next, let's talk about pruning. It might seem counterintuitive to snip away at your plants, but pruning encourages bushier growth. Think of it as giving your herbs a little haircut now and then. When you prune, make sure to cut just above a set of growing leaves. This will encourage the plant to branch out and grow fuller. Lastly, harvesting. This is the moment you've been waiting for, the time to reap the fruits, or rather, leaves, of your labor. But don't be too hasty. Harvesting should be gradual to ensure the longevity of your plants. Always leave about 2/3 of the plant intact to allow for regrowth. In general, it's best to harvest in the morning, when the herb's essential oils are at their peak. Snip off the top leaves first, as this will encourage new growth at the bottom of the plant. And remember, the more you harvest, the more your herbs will produce. It's a delicious cycle that keeps on giving. Caring for your indoor herb garden is a labor of love. It's about nurturing life, promoting growth, and, of course, savoring the satisfaction of that first bite of fresh, homegrown flavor. With regular care, you can enjoy a continual supply of fresh herbs. So roll up your sleeves, grab your watering can, and let's get growing. Even the best indoor gardens can face challenges. Let's talk about pest management and troubleshooting. Your indoor herb garden is a vibrant living ecosystem. Sometimes, unwanted pests may join the party, or you might notice your herbs aren't thriving as they should. But worry not, there are ways to nip these problems in the bud. Pests like aphids, spider mites, or fungus gnats can be an issue in indoor gardens. These tiny troublemakers can damage your herbs by feeding on the plant's juices, leading to stunted growth or even plant death. But before you reach for harsh chemical pesticides, consider organic pest control methods. One simple and effective method is a homemade soap solution. Mix a few drops of dish soap with water and spray it on the affected plants. The soap disrupts the pest's outer shell, effectively controlling the infestation. Another method is to introduce beneficial insects like ladybugs or lacewings, who naturally prey on these pests. However, this method is more suited to larger indoor gardens. Now let's discuss some common issues that might be affecting your herb's health. Poor growth or yellowing leaves can be symptoms of a few different problems. If your herbs are looking a little pale, they might not be getting enough light. Remember, most herbs love sunlight, so make sure they're placed near a bright window. On the other hand, if the leaves are yellowing and falling off, your herbs might be getting too much water. It's crucial to strike a balance. Herbs like their soil moist, but not waterlogged. Lastly, if you're seeing slow growth, your herbs might be lacking nutrients. Consider using an organic fertilizer to give your plants a nutrient boost. But remember, less is more when it comes to fertilizing. Overdoing it can do more harm than good. Remember, minor setbacks can lead to greater success. Every gardener, whether a novice or a seasoned pro, encounters challenges. It's all part of the journey. But with patience, persistence, and a bit of troubleshooting, you'll be on your way to a thriving indoor herb garden. Now let's see the magic of cooking with homegrown herbs. Imagine the delight of plucking fresh rosemary from your indoor garden to sprinkle over a slow-roasted chicken. Picture the thrill of harvesting mint leaves to muddle into a refreshing mojito. Envision the joy of picking fresh basil to scatter atop a homemade pizza. There's a certain satisfaction in knowing that the flavors gracing your dishes are from herbs you've grown with your own hands. It's the taste of hard work, patience, and care, and it's a taste that store-bought herbs simply can't match. Each dish you garnish, each drink you flavor, each meal you enhance with your homegrown herbs is a testament to your green thumb. It's a celebration of your indoor garden, and a testament to the magic of cooking with herbs you've grown yourself. Transform your cooking and your kitchen with the freshest herbs you can grow right at home. Subscribe for more gardening tips and tricks and turn your green dreams into a reality.